Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Theoni with Thrifty Divas, and we're doing some DIYs today. So I am going to attempt my first ever. It's going to be my take on it, that's for sure. My first ever rag wreath, and it is going to be a St. Patrick's Day themed rag wreath. So I picked up two of these green t-shirts from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. I am going to use a 14-inch metal wreath form. So basically I'm just going to start cutting this into strips and making it long enough for me to be able to tie as well onto the wreath. So it is going to be annoying. That much I know. It's going to be very tedious and time consuming and annoying. So I don't know. And again, I don't think they have to all be the same length because it'll just give it a different texture. And like I said, this is my first one ever. So this is without like watching any tutorials on it or looking into it at all. It's just my interpretation. So yeah, I'm just gonna be cutting for hours and hours and hours. So here we go. So I basically have cut the sleeves off into strips. So you cut it and then it's a loop and then you cut it at the seam. So that's what I've done so far. And now I'm going to start cutting across the bottom lengthwise and then probably cut that in half as well. So, all right, here we go. So this is the bottom. Cut one strip and then cut in half. And I think this is too long also. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these in half lengths as well. So I'm gonna do that for the whole shirt. Basically all the way up the torso, strip, half, and then cut those in half as well. So basically getting 4 pieces, 4 strips out of every one section I cut of the torso. So I'm just gonna keep doing that now. Okay, so this is one adult size small t-shirt all cut in strips. Now we are taking a 14-inch metal wreath form from Dollar Tree. I wish I had a 12 or a 10, but I don't. And then I have the one t-shirt in here that we cut up into strips. So this is the whole t-shirt. And again, this is my first one ever. I've never done one before. And yes, I am laying on the floor. So now we're just gonna cut off this tag and get on to attaching these strips to this wreath form. So I'm gonna take a strip. Right now I'm going through the 2 center bars on this wreath form. And I'm just gonna tie it a single time right now, just to kind of get placements going and see how this thing is even gonna look. I have 0 experience in rag wreaths, and we'll see after this if I'll do any more. We'll see how this goes. So what I'm thinking right away is that if I keep tying it in the same spot in those middle 2 bars, it's not going to work. It's going to be too empty. This is a very floppy material. It's just not going to work. So now I'm going to go on just kind of do them in different spots, the 2 outer rings, and maybe alternate here. So I'm going to do the outside, and then I'm going to do the 2 inside ones eventually too. And right now I'm just trying to see how this is going to work and how this will all kind of fall as it lays. And remember, I did singles just to put them into place, but now I got to go back and do a double knot on all of them to keep them secure. Even if you double knot them, you'll still be able to slide them around if you have to. The t-shirt material really does work out well because it's nice and stretchy, so you can tie it easier than other materials. So that's where we're at right now. And I'm just going to keep going to all different sections throughout this. Middle 2 bars, outer 2 bars, inner 2 bars, and also wrap it around the whole thing as well and see how that goes. But now I'm just double knotting them all to keep them secure. And let's keep tying, see what happens. Here it is. This was the entire t-shirt. So luckily, one adult size small t-shirt filled up the whole thing. So I have this green St. Patrick's Day boa that I want to incorporate in here as well. I want to kind of cut lengths of it and then just stick it through like that and secure it with elastics. I'll pick little bald spots. I just found one more strip of t-shirt that I have to put in here. And remember, I also bought these microfiber white washcloths to see if I needed to add them in here. We'll see how it goes, but I think it's going to end up being full enough. So, all right, I'm just going to tie in this last 2 bits of t-shirt. I'm going to find some bald spots and just tie them in here. Okay, so those 2 last little chunks are on, and here are the hair elastics that I will be using for the boa. And I also bought this St. Patrick's Day bow tie to use on the wreath as well, either on the bottom or the top. We'll see how that goes. Right now, I am just going to cut lengths of the boa, probably around maybe 5 or 6 inches, and attach them with the elastics. Okay, so I went and cut my length. Now I'm just going to slip it in through the 2 metal bars. And then I'm going to take 2 or 3 elastics at one time together, and I'm just going to secure it like I was doing a ponytail. You just go around several times until it's tight. These elastics are pretty stretchy, which makes me happy. And then I'm just going to keep repeating the same thing, cutting lengths, slipping it through the 2 metal bars in the center of the wreath, doubling it up, and securing it with 2 or 3 elastics at once. And I want to hide bald spots, but I also want them to be pretty congruent throughout the wreath and look like they make sense. So let's just continue doing that until I'm out of boa. All right, now we have the bow tie. All the boa is in. Now I want to take the bow tie and I'm going to cut the elastic and just use the elastic to tie another knot onto the wreath. So now I just need to figure out where would be a good spot to put it. I want it to make sense overall. And once I have determined a spot, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this elastic. You just need to leave enough elastic to be able to secure it with a double knot. I could have left a little more because I made this difficult for myself, but I'm just going to go ahead and tie one more double knot in here. And if I don't tie another knot for a long time, or as long as I live, I will be super happy. I might even switch to slip-on shoes forever after this. So let's just go ahead and tie this on. All right, so the bow tie is attached, and there it is. And now you can move things around, slide things around, see how it looks when it's hanging. If you have to cut anything with scissors, you can. But there we go. So here it is, my first attempt ever at a rag wreath with no tutorial, no nothing. It's a look, as I always say. It's definitely a look. I can go in and trim some of the stuff, but considering I don't have a St. Patrick's Day wreath at all, and St. Patrick's Day is just in a few days, I'm pretty okay with it. So thank you for coming along on this ride with me once again, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, stay blessed, my friends. I love each and every one of you.